South Coast Switch.
You're either all the way in or you are all the way out. And there is no in between.
First off, I mean, Trey Jemison, New Orleans Pelicans, what would a dream as a kid? You know, was it fireman? Was it always basketball? When did you fall in love with the game? And can you just share some key moments from like your high school career that significantly shaped your path to the NBA?
Oh man, I've been in love with playing the game since I was probably 7. My mom used to play with me in the driveway, growing up, and it was I always loved it then growing up. But playing with my mom and my dad on my little league team, I really loved it then. But in high school, man, it was crazy. I went to 3 high schools around Birmingham, Alabama. But when I want to say championship to Homewood, that feeling of winning, you know what I'm saying? It's like any other feeling in the world. I just fell in love with it then for real.
Right, and you did some damage up there. You know, a lot of points, a lot of rebounds, a lot of playoff games won. But before we jump to that, mom's playing with you at 7. At what age could she no longer swat your shot?
I mean, I think she can still do it now if she wanted to. Well, to be honest, man, like she shot with me in high school, some man. So probably when I was like 15, I was like, okay, she knew like she couldn't stop me anymore.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you're moving around high schools. You finally found a home there. But when did you know that like the NBA could be a realistic possibility versus just something that every kid dreams about? And how was that process driven? Was it a lot of internal fuel? Is there anybody you want to highlight being, crucial to that process early on that made it feel like a home?
I'm be real with you, man. I didn't know. I mean, you pray about things you want to, accomplish goals, but it wasn't until last year until I had a chance to play in the summer league that I knew I had a chance of being a pro. That's just being honest, man. Even in my collegiate days, I was like, okay, I'm a good player, but I had the skill set or the body, movement to be a pro. And I had so many great coaches along the way, man. From Sidney Ball, who was assistant at UAB, who blessed my life in more ways I can count. To Andy Kennedy, who helped me out, to Brad Brownell, who taught me so much about the mindset of being a basketball player, So I've been blessed with some great coaches, man. Like TJ Saint was my G League coach down in Birmingham. And when I tell you that man blessed me with so much just knowledge of how to be a pro, it was big time.
Yeah, I've actually talked to TJ about you as well. But UAB, we were just talking about it off the recording so I can get all this transcribed up. That UAB has a place in my heart because it's where I was found at their elite camp for soccer, not basketball. But yeah, once you come at UAB, I've seen a lot of things there that you don't have to be the best scorer, best rebound as far as like the pop out stats or the ESPN top 10 highlights. You did a lot of the dirty work that got you to the NBA. Can you just talk about, the pride you've taken to doing the little things that got you here?
To be honest, man, I was like every other kid, man. I wanted to be the superstar. I wanted to be the best player on the team. And I went to Andy Kennedy going to my grad year. I was thinking about maybe going to, transferring some NIL money. AK talked to me, man to man. He said, Trey, you're not going to go anywhere and be a primary scorer. You're not going to be the man on any team right now. It's just not how it works. The game is played differently. You're not a shooter, you know what I'm saying? Not just a phenomenal scorer. He said, but that's okay. What you are this big body presence who can stop anybody in the paint, who can run the floor, who can block shots. He said, be that version of you and you'll be okay. At the time he telling me this, he recruited Eric Gaines, who was a phenomenal college athlete. We had Johnny Walker, who was a UAB legend. And I'm like, dang, like, he's right. I'm not going to be the primary scorer anywhere, so let me just do my job to the best of my ability. And AK told me, I promise y'all, before I made it to the league, he was like, you can be a pro doing that type of stuff. So going to my grad year at UAB, I was like, yo, let me lock in and just set the best screens, get every rebound, block every shot, play hard, let people hear me on TV, like, stuff like that. And so it all worked out. It did, man.
Yeah, I mean, obviously at the next level, if you hit with this Pelicans team, Zion, CJ, DeJounte, B.I., Trey, there's the scoring hierarchy before you get to your name. No offense. It's going to have some all-stars on it. But if you can step out and hit that Karl Malone 3-4 feet outside of that low box, just a little baseline jumper to keep people honest, I mean, that opens up so much of your game and stuff for the Pelicans. And that's, again, why I thought you were a pro. You're not going to be hitting threes out there, but you can step out and hit some Karl Malone looking shots and then do some work on defense that really helps you balance your professional career out where it lasts longer than average.
Man, definitely true, man. When I was really play in Memphis, man, like I wasn't going there trying to force anything. I ended up getting double doubles and 20-point games off of making that floater, you know what I'm saying? Rolling hard, catching live, offensive rebound, you know what I'm saying? The stuff that guys don't want to do, I'm elite at. And I'm blessed to say that. I'm elite at, you know what I'm saying, getting offensive rebounds and getting those dirty, you know what I'm saying, extra points. So it worked out for me, man.
Yeah, I hated to see the Pelicans lose you because I'm a born and bred New Orleans guy. Well, born in Houma. I ain't gonna lie out here for some of these people that'll make a big difference out of it. But you got a big shot in Memphis that I thought, they didn't have Ja. They didn't have the expectations. You really got to go there and grow. And there was a yo-yo effect between the Pelicans, Memphis, a few other organizations, summer leagues. How have you dealt with that uncertainty but kept making an impression doing the work that you're taking pride in?
To be honest, man, like at the end of the day, you're gonna perform for 20 other teams as well. But the mindset is going in, just play your best basketball. And whatever God push you, it's gonna be all right. And look at me back now, back in New Orleans, man, on two-way, so it's been a blessing for me.
Yeah, and what do you just most appreciate about what having what it takes to take what's considered the hardest path to the NBA spot? You've done it through Birmingham, through multiple colleges, and now it looks like if you go into training camp right, you can come out looking at rotation minutes on opening night.
That'd be a blessing, man. I'm so grateful because sometimes like you get things so fast, you're not grateful for it. You don't understand how valuable it is. But I've been there, man. I've been on that G League bench. I've been on the G League roster. And I've sat down injured before. You know what I'm saying? I've been through every part of the process. From not getting my name called on draft night to know, like, hey, like this is a unique opportunity. So many guys want to be in my position, and it's like, hey, I'm blessed to be here, so I'm going to enjoy every moment. Also, work hard to stay here.
Right, and not to give you competition a little help, but is anything you think went like underappreciated or what it takes to go through that grind that you wish maybe a younger you knew in high school, college, and your first couple years, around the league?
If I knew when I was 18 and 19 to take care of my body a little bit more, just a little more stretching, a little more yoga, I'd probably be a different type of dog right now.
Yeah, I do some scouting and trying to help some high school kids. And if Karel Dean ever hears this, he still needs to do his 50 push-ups a day. The weight room for some of these kids, you got to do it.
I've always loved the weight room. Now that's my junkie. That's that junkie in me. But the weight room is mandatory, especially like, to be honest, I'm a undersized 5 man. I mean, I am 6'10", don't be wrong, but like most of these guys out here, 7 foot. I play with Zach Giddy, who is literally 7'5", so like I have to go be strong as a bull to just go compete with these guys.
Yeah, and he's a legit 7'5". Some of these guys want to be 7 foot. KG was famously just wanted to be 6'11", but he's a legit 7'5". I got to see him at summer league when we first talked, and now you get to come in. You're supposed to. I was talking with one of the scouts the other day. You might be the second strongest person in training camp behind Zion, obviously, and that's going to be somebody you're going to have to battle in those 5v5 runs.
We'll see about that second part. I don't know about second. I'm just but no, for sure, man. Me and Zion had a chance to make it the last year, man. He helped me get better in so many ways, man. So it's big time for me.
Heard that. Well, I mean, it can't all be basketball. What's some of your hobbies and interests outside the game? Is there a charity, community stuff that you like to highlight or wish you could get involved with more? Especially if you're sticking around New Orleans, you love the city, it'll love you back.
Man, what's crazy, man? During my time at UAB, I kind of just ended it this summer. I had a nonprofit for mentoring middle schoolers and elementary kids. I loved it so much, man, but it came to a point where I wasn't in Birmingham enough to like help run the organization, so I kind of gave it up, man. But I love giving back to the kids. Like, I mean, it's just I'm always a teacher. I've seen how she's blessed so many lives. I'm the same type of way, and just being able to help, those type of kids because they look up to us so much. I'm big about that, man. Just giving back to them. And also, man, I like to go fishing, man. Me and my pops actually going fishing tomorrow, and I love catfishing, man, and whatever I can get hooked on.
Heard that. Well, Herb Jones is a big fisherman, yeah?
Yeah, Herb from Bama too. Now that's my boy.
I was about to say y'all both from Bama. I mean, credit to you. I mean, you did a lot of work right there in Bama as a player and high character that you kept finding opportunities close to home, just like Herb. And that down home fishing, hobbies like that. I mean, if y'all can hop in a boat together, I'm sure that would be a fun little fishing trip to listen in on.
And me and Herb up on the boat, we might not come back, man. We'll stay there all day.
He should have a better boat than that last picture he put up because, I mean, he did give up the number 5.
Yeah, he did. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that's a great man to give, your favorite number like that. But like Herb's just a down to earth guy, great teammate, even better person. So I love that for him.
Right. Well, look, back to the kid stuff. I'll even take this out. But if you haven't heard of Son of the Saint program in New Orleans, they do stuff a lot with the Saints and Pelicans. If you just want to jump in with something like that, I'm sure they'd love to have you.
I definitely would, man. What's crazy, man, I had an opportunity over at Memphis to do some stuff with some kids. I loved it, man. So if I get an opportunity, I'll definitely get up there. You said something the same?
Yeah, it's called Son of a Saint. I'll even text you some of the information. But yeah, stuff like that. That's why I started getting back into scouting and helping high schoolers. And Justin Abson, I've been following him from Appalachian State. He's now at Georgia, transferred over there. I think he could be another you, really. There's only so much you can do in this media game without just being, tacky. I think it just be personally. So that's why I've been venturing more into the gym to help other people. And I mean, it keeps you young.
No, thanks, man. That's big time. Thank you for thinking about me, man, giving me a chance to give you my story.
I'm going to, like I say, write this up. I didn't know if I could call you like a gentle giant, if there was any sort of caricatures that you would hate.
Hey, man, thank you so much for that, man. It means a lot.
Hey, nothing to it.
Gentle giant don't bother me because folks know on the court I'm a dog, so I ain't worried about it.
Heard that. Is there anybody else, just the coaches you would want to throw out to make sure I get them after you get here and gave you that support getting through school?
And Sydney Ball. Sydney Ball from my UAB was huge, man. That Sydney Ball kept me mentally sane throughout the process, man. Even while I left UAB, he still, to this very day, calls and helps me navigate life as a man, Christian, and a basketball player.
Heard that. Yeah, I've heard his name. I don't think I've ever got to meet him yet. Brian Pannone, who was at the Pelicans, Birmingham, and went to Alabama, the Crimson Tide, had told me something about him, but that's great to hear more about him. And then, yeah, your mom. I'm single mom, teenage mom. I don't really know my pops, but she was there for every game, helping do. I mean, she tried to play goalie some, and that didn't work out so great at soccer. But hey, it was the thought that mattered.
Yeah, my mom did so much. My dad did a lot, but my mom was really a backbone, man. Did a lot for me to make it here.
Heard that. Well, if you don't mind, a couple more questions. They're kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's music, movies, and hoops. I was just gonna see what's been the songs of the summer. What are you working out with? What can we throw in there to add that kind of touch for you?
This is terrible. I'm a country boy. So that Morgan Wallen, something the orange has been on repeat.
Okay. I mean, I'm North Louisiana. You know, I'm not going to talk too much bad about country. And it's Friday, so I'm over here singing. I got a little change in my pocket going jing-a-ling-a-ling.
Okay, then. Okay, you know a little something. But no, Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, man. I do listen to Rollo. But in the house, I do a lot of gospel music, man. A lot of Kirk Franklin, a lot of Todd Donnelly, Don Lawrence, stuff like that.
Heard that. All right. Well, and then, movies. Is there a favorite movie you like to sit back, relax? Maybe favorite basketball, but maybe a movie you watch so you can take your mind off the game.
The best movie to ever be made by man is The Dark Knight. It is undefeated. It's the best movie. It's The Dark Knight. It's the Batman movie with Heath Ledger. The amazing movie.
It's one of the only ones I've seen. I'm not big in comic books. I think they just went way too wild with it. And, I just only got so much time. The last thing I had was a PS3. I can't got time for every comic book movie they put out. But that one was so good, I had to see it. And, that tells more of a story than just beyond a comic book. I love that. That'd be a number one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie, man. I'm one of them big nerd fans, man. I actually went to a comic book store yesterday down here in New Orleans, man. So that's my little free time stuff. I've been playing some NCAA. NCAA football, a little Fortnite, Red Dead Redemption. So, yeah.
I can still beat the cousin on the Madden, and if it's a sports game, I still got the basics down enough that I can beat like the nephews that's in high school and middle school. But you throw Fortnite or anything like even the new Street Fighter, up down, AB really don't have that same Hayuka that it used to for me.
Yeah, I got you.
But all right, any place you trying to eat in New Orleans, something like that. I know you're a barbecue fan. You got to be.
I'm a huge barbecue fan, man. But I'm trying to find some good rib spots, man, down here, man. I just don't know that many spots. When I was down here last year, I was dead broke, so I was eating from the cab every day. I'm gonna find some spots, man, this weekend especially.
Yeah, well, hey, appreciate you. I'll send this all over. Stay healthy, man. Have a great training camp. Like I said, I've been watching your game for a while, and it means a lot. It's a blessing just to get to chat with you and see how you come with the game.
Man, thank you, man, again for just thinking about me, man. Give me opportunity to get my story.